come on, man. Why'd you gotta stick the blaze up there? What's going on, dudes? Welcome back to my Minecraft world. Hopefully you guys are having a fantastic today. We're hanging out over here right now trying to get my third wither skeleton skull. This farm is not exactly fast, but I do have 2 skulls, and you can see from all the extra loot that I've got here, I've been coming over here pretty often. It's at least a couple times every time I log in. But yeah, not the best farm in the world. But it's not bad. But I really got to thinking, we messed up really hardcore. We should have built this farm over here. The reason being is because we already had this huge chunk of nether fortress, and everything below it is all lava lake. We should have built it over here, because this would have counted, like this whole strip right here would have been really excellent for setting this farm up, but we just didn't for some reason. I wasn't even thinking about it, man. I should have, but maybe we can set this up for another future project or something like that. I don't know. So we could actually, we've already got, like, you know, almost 90% of the farm built. I think we just have to, no, we wouldn't even have to drop that. I think we just had to switch out the slabs for the nether brick, and then we would be good to go. I think the bottom layer would have to be dropped one, I think. We'd have to drop it down 1 layer or something like that. I don't know. Well, we'll work on that for another time. But anyways, in the meantime, I've got quite a bit to show you. I'm sorry it has been so long since the last episode. We kind of came back hot there for a little bit, and then work caught up with me yet again. So yeah, it is what it is. But I've been kind of chipping away at some smaller stuff around here, doing some maintenance stuff, and I've also been streaming pretty often over at twitch.tv/thatdudechaos. If you want to go follow, that way you can kind of pick up on some of these smaller projects that we've been doing around here. So basically we've been doing like some maintenance projects, working on lights and different things like that. So I've been working on just real little stuff. And oh, I built a bedroom over here. Before, I had my bed just kind of leaned up right against here, and I had some tool chests and stuff here. So what I did is I just extended this out a couple blocks, and now I have chests for all my different tools and armor pieces. They're all separated and split up. Like, I got all my swords in here, all my old picks in there, and yeah, so it's just a little bit of extra room here. And then downstairs, I worked a little bit on our storage situation. So I was running out of, not really running out of storage, but just things were unorganized, and yeah. So I put up the item frames with the blocks in them, so I no longer have to rely on the text of the signs. Because say I was standing like right here and I needed something, I couldn't read the text on the signs around here, so I just turn around. I'd have to run all the way over here. Oh, it's not over here, so I'd have to run over here. Oh wait, it's back over here where I was, or something, you know, just something like that. But now with the item signs or the item frames, I can clearly see what is in what chests. And then I also dropped them one, so I've got extra chests all the way around here for different things. And like I split up, I think in this chest I had lapis and redstone before, but we started running out of room, so I just decided to give them their own chests. And then I also set these up here so we can take out these blocks and put in more chests all the way around if we wanted to. So I swapped these out with stairs, and then they got glowstone right behind there. So if we ever need the extra storage, we can set it up. But other than that, not much has changed over here. So the big thing that I've been working on, kind of chipping away at, ready for today's project, getting it ready for today's project anyway, is right on this side over here. If you guys remember, this place used to be kind of barren before. I didn't have any paths set up or anything like that. Wasn't real sure where we were gonna build, but I started taking a little bit of time chipping away at some of this, and I've set up some paths here just so I could kind of get an idea of where I wanted my structures and actual buildings to be. And this is what we got. So it's not bad, actually. I really like the flow of this area. It ties in well with the rest of everything else we've got going on. So we've got this path here. It comes up to this hill. This all used to be just grass, so I dug all this out, put in the path. Up here, I've got this, it just goes into a dead-end cave, but I'm thinking we're going to use this for like bulk storage. We can come drop off a bunch of chests in here, and we can store cobble or leaves or whatever that we have, you know, just a ton of. We can store up there. We don't really have to have anything going on. But over here, we've got this path, which drops down, kind of goes around, and this comes out over by the blacksmith shop, right? So right there, and then right here, I tied this all in. We had the tomb down here for forever. We built that a long time ago, but this comes out underneath the church. So if you take that up there, that brings you back up over by the church. Actually, we'll go over there and I'll show you, because there's another path over there. But we got it all tied in. I think it's really, really cool. I like these kind of paths that tie in to other places in the world. So it's not really, you know, just like you got a straight path to and from. You can kind of take different routes if you want to. But yeah, so that leads us over here to the church. And then over here, I haven't really started on this one yet. But we've got this area here, which drops down into a cave. And then I haven't done anything over there yet. But I dug all the floor out here, put in some grass, started getting it to spread. And this will bring you back out up over here, which there's that little storage place, and there's that one that we just went down. So it all just kind of reroutes itself and ties in together, which I think is really, really cool. And just adds a lot of little detail and, you know, different paths and stuff like that. It helps out a lot. So that's what I've been working on. While I was working over here, the AFK, or not the AFK, but the mob farm, iron farm, has been running pretty good. So we've got a little bit of extra iron to work with now. So just over 3.5 stacks, which is nice. And then I also fixed this guy. So this broke in 1.12 and it wasn't working anymore. And I found a tutorial by Azumavoid, which was basically just like an updated version. I really didn't have to do too much to fix this. There's just a little bit of redstone back there to activate the door, but everything is back up and going. I don't like this one quite as much as my old farm, but it's not bad. So if we come over here, there we go. So now we can just sit here and AFK if we want to. It's not terrible, but it does do this weird clicky thing every now and then. I can't get it to like be perfect. I need to mess with the timing a little bit, but yeah, so we got this up and running if we ever do need to do any AFK fishing, but really, I don't think we're gonna have to. I've got saddles. I got more saddles than I'm probably ever gonna use. And then as far as mending books, well, I don't actually have any mending books, but that might be something that we do fish for eventually. Name tags maybe, but I still got quite a bit. I've got like a whole stack of name tags over at the area over there too. So I think we're pretty set for a little while anyway. And yeah, so today, let's talk about today's project. So it's gonna be up in this direction over here. So before, we had this big pit, right? This is where I used to have my sheep farm when I needed a bunch of wool for making our flags and the sails for the ship over there. I just had a whole bunch of sheep in here that I just let them kind of chill, and we don't have that anymore. So I don't have a huge need for wool. But what I'm thinking is, how cool would it be in this world? It's like the one thing that we haven't built yet is some sort of like hotel or inn. I think it'd be really awesome to have this set up over here. And what I'm thinking is we'll have kind of a structure built up underneath this rock face here, but we'll also extend out over the path to this part of land right here. So we'll have to take out these trees, I think. But this would be a really cool, bigger build. We don't have a whole lot of like big builds in this place, and I think this could be a pretty neat one. So yeah, I'm thinking we'll have some sort of structure here, kind of have it extend over the path, and then so it comes back down on this side. So it's kind of like goes up, comes over, and then goes back down. So it's like a big upside down U shape. I don't know, I think it'd be kind of neat. I have no idea what we're gonna build or how we're gonna do it, or what materials and all that, but I think it could be fun. So yeah, I think we're gonna get started. I'm gonna go grab some materials and we'll come back and take a look. All right, so I'm thinking we'll drop this down at least a couple blocks just to kind of bring in some of the, so it's not such a steep staircase right here in the front. Tinkin, maybe like 2 blocks. I don't think it should be that bad. We'll see what it looks like real quick. But, okay, so these are the blocks I'm thinking. Now, we're probably going to end up changing some of them, but I would really like to incorporate some of these bone blocks for walls. I think could be cool, at least like outside structural walls. They kind of look like a stucco or something. So we're gonna give them a shot, see what they look like. I've used them for a couple of builds we did while we streamed. It's been a couple weeks ago now, but they actually turned out really nice and looked okay. So I'm thinking we might be able to do the same thing here. But let's go ahead and fill in these holes real quick, just so we don't have to look at them. And we'll start laying down some sort of foundation, and we may even set up some sort of like connected bridge right here, kind of like a back entrance, but I don't know, we'll see. Bed, you're gonna go for now. We will put you down right here, like so, and then we'll grab some of the, I don't know, let's try a couple different things here. So we got some acacia. Let's put that here. Let's put dark oak right here, and then we'll try spruce right here. Like that. So those are the 3 colored logs that we could use, and I was thinking I'd like to use some brick as well. So maybe kind of across the bottom. Then maybe something like that to kind of break up the texture, and then we'll have the bone block up high. Or you know what, maybe let's just try without these. Let's see what it looks like with the bones. That's not bad. I don't know if brick is really gonna fit though. Like, I think that's a cobble thing. Let's grab all my path block materials. Let's just grab a little bit of cobble and swap the brick out with that and see what it looks like. I think this is actually gonna be what we use. Or maybe stone bricks. I don't think I'm going to use a whole lot of the bone down here on the bottom, but it's more for like up high. Hey dude, how's it going? But yeah, so let's take a step back real quick and take a look. Yeah, so I'm leaning more towards the spruce. I think it looks better with those colors. It's not bad with the acacia, but I think the spruce is looking better. So I am going to go ahead and lay down a foundation real quick, and then we'll come back and see what it looks like. Alright, so this is what we've got so far. I built these out originally just coming straight across, but I don't like the straight edge on it. So I'm thinking the curve is going to end up looking a lot better. And I'm wondering if maybe we should drop these down 2 or maybe 1. Let's just try it and see. So put that guy there, take that guy out. I just want to see kind of what that curve looks like from over here. Yes, I think that's going to look a little bit nicer. Because before when we just had like it going straight across, it didn't look bad, but it was a little much. But I think with this curve, it'd be a nice arch to have kind of over this staircase here. And it'll just kind of bring it to life just that much more. And then over here, this is the color palette that we've kind of chosen. I was trying to figure out how I want to do these red bricks, if at all. The clay bricks, it's not something I use very often because red is not a color that I like it, but I don't know how to build with it. Like I know how to mix and match earthy tones pretty well, but as far as like something bold like red, it's a little bit more difficult for me, and I'm trying to figure it out as best I can. But the inside is not looking all that hot just yet, and I'm trying to think how we want to do this. So if we do like so, we want to build that up, and then I don't really know how we want to do the inside yet. We may end up saving that part for last. But I think for now that looks okay, and then now I just kind of need to measure out how I want to build the structure on this side. So I'm kind of thinking like a tower type of thing, maybe just a little bit higher than what we have over there would be okay, but not sure. Or we could go longer too. But I was thinking this little spire that we have here, this would be a great spot for a custom tree. We haven't done a custom tree in a while, and I think a big custom tree right there would look actually really nice. We could have it kind of hanging over this way and kind of hanging off this way and do something cool with it, because I think the closest custom tree I have to over here is, oh, we got that one there, so that's not too far away. I don't know, just something to think about. We're not gonna do that today, but I just don't want it to interfere with this build here. So let's go ahead and tear this tree down real quick, and then I suppose we'll start laying out the foundation for this side over here and how we want to lay it out. Alright, well this is turning into a little bit bigger build than I thought it was gonna be. The stone slabs right now are just kind of placeholder. I think I'm gonna replace those with some sort of wood. I'm not sure if we're gonna be using spruce or dark oak, but I think it's coming along pretty well. I've got like the bottom floors kind of laid out, trying to figure out how we want to do the walls and everything like that. Over here is going to be easy because from here it's just, well, you can't see here, it's just basically going to go straight up to the stone ceiling here. But then over here it's going to get a little bit more complicated because I got this walkway coming across, and I think we're going to have like our normal roofs on top of there, but also on top of this one. So you can see this kind of ended up being a long elongated build. It's a little bit narrow, but I think it's okay. But now we just got to kind of figure out how we want to do the roof. So what I'm thinking is we'll probably do just kind of what we normally do for the roofs, is try to design something like this for over here, but it's going to be a little bit tricky because it's not the same size like all the way down. I'm hoping we can figure it out like once I get up there and start building it, but this might be a little bit tricky because it's like different levels, different sizes, like tall wise. So we'll just have to see. And I'm running out of spruce wood too, so I'm gonna have to grow a couple of trees around here just to kind of farm up what we need. I had like 6 stacks to begin with. Let's see if I dropped any off. I don't think that I did. I had everything on me, so yeah, we're running dry. Yeah, so I've got 29 pieces left, which is not great, but we'll get to farming a little bit more. And yeah, so instead of trying to build on camera here, I think I'm probably just gonna end up trying to knock most of this out right now, and then we'll come back because there's something else I would like to try to at least look at today. Probably not start, but if we can look at it, then I may be able to get some ideas about how far or what we need to do for this, but we'll save that for the end of the episode. But anyways, let me go ahead and work on this just a little bit more, and then we'll come back and take a look. Okay, so just about done, oops, with some of the roof here. Actually, I think this might be the last of it here. I've got the roof put on there. I've got this whole side done over here. But now we just got this last little bit, and we'll step down and take a look at it. I haven't seen it from the ground yet, so I'm hoping it looks okay. But this is a big chunk of this project done. So now that we got the roof done, we can kind of make some big details here. So how does it look? It's not bad. I'm not a fan of this whole straight on this side and it's got kind of a dip on that side, but there's not a whole lot we could do about it. Just the way the bridge and the rest of the structure actually came together, that's just, I think, what works the best. So let's get up here. Can we see what's going on? Let's soak touch you and put you back. Bomb. Boom. Yeah. So that's not bad. I haven't really worked on the walls yet. I was basically focused on trying to get the ceiling done and everything there, but I think it's gonna work. So still got to figure out where we're gonna put the staircase going up and down on either side. So I'm thinking for over here, we'll probably dig out a staircase. That way it doesn't take up too much of the floor plan here. I guess it doesn't really matter for the most part. But then over here, this is where it gets kind of tricky because we don't have a whole lot of room to work with on this side. Yeah, so not 100% on how this is gonna work. And it bothers me that we don't have a second pillar here. I guess what I could probably do on this side is put in another pillar here. I don't have any. I put my spruce down somewhere, I'm sure. But yeah, so the way things kind of worked out here was a little janky. Oh, you know what? I forgot that part of the roof. I gotta put that in. So that needs to come, just basically connect over to right there. And then I think we'd call that good. But I got everything switched out with the dark oak floors, and I think that actually looks much, much better. The stone floors, I mean, they didn't look bad, but they just stood out way too much. So now that we got the wood floors in, we can, you know, it blends a little bit nicer, and I don't know, it looks kind of nice. So we do need to put in a pathway going up here, just a staircase coming up to the front doors. And then from here, we just basically got to finish the walls, and I think that's about it. Now what I'm thinking I was telling you guys about this spot over here. Let me grab a dark oak. We really don't have a whole lot of wood to work with either. But what I'm thinking with this spire thing, I was telling you about the custom tree. I think I may keep the shape of this spire and just replace everything with wood. And then we'll come back in later and then just add leaves on top of it. I don't know, maybe there may be some touch-up stuff, but I think that would actually be kind of neat. Is just to basically replace all of this with with dark oak, and then just turn it all into a tree. I think would be cool. So I really cannot wait for, hey, interpearls. I cannot wait for the new update where we get the bark blocks. Oh, it's gonna be so good for custom trees, because right now all you got is the logs and stuff like that. But I don't know, I think that'll actually be pretty neat. It's gonna take a lot of wood. Actually, you know what, it may not take nearly as much because we don't have to dig out the inside. we're gonna cheapskate this a little bit, so we can just kind of fill this in like so and save on a little bit of resources here. But I think it'll be pretty neat when it's all said and done. Can we reach there? Yeah, we can. But yeah, so we can basically just come in, place all these blocks here like so. Yeah, I think that'll be kind of cool once it's all built. I don't know if I have enough leaves to actually do a full-blown custom tree right now. I may have to go do some farming. I definitely know I'm gonna need some wood, but I think that's a good spot for it, because like I said, we don't really have a whole lot that we can do with this this wall here. So what we can do is just run the tree up and over and kind of have it hang down in front of this wall to kind of take up some of that space. And I think it'll look neat. It'll also give a little bit of vibrancy to this pathway here, because we already have this. But I don't know, it's coming along really nice. I'm excited with this build. It looks nice. Looks nice, man. So yeah, I'm gonna get back to work. I'm gonna try to go ahead and knock out the rest of the walls here, and then we'll come back and lay down a little bit of decoration, I think. Alright, so we are hanging out over at the Intamin Farm. It's the next day. I had to come over, I gotta repair all my tools. I got my pickaxe fixed up. Now I'm working on my shovel. Hey! I don't want any lip, alright guys? Just stand still, let me chop your ankles. But yeah, so I need a new axe. I need an axe that has mending on it. Like, this one's pretty good. I don't really care for the silk touch on this because I end up getting like leaf blocks when I don't want them. So we may try to enchant the new axe when we head back to base. But I want to see what I can get on a book first. Oh, jeez, come on. Just fix, shovel. You're so close. Okay, there we go. Got it done. Let's get these guys out of here. Let's chunk one of these. Don't need that. And then, now, go away. And then pop that back over there. Okay, so we're good. Ooh, we're getting some lag. Don't know why. Let's see what kind of book we get. Knockback, I'm breaking. Oh, just knockback too? Another knockback. Really? Just knockback too. This is not working out so great. Aqua Affinity. Nah. Nah. We'll do okay without those. We'll throw those back in there. Ender pearls. God, I don't need all these ender pearls. So let's head back to base real quick, and I can show you what we've gotten done. We've actually got quite a bit done. I think now it's just time for decorating. So it's gonna be sweet. Oh no, breaking torches. Let me head back and then we'll take a look. Oh, and I forgot to show you guys this. This is something I was starting on a live stream. Whoa! Is the tunnel from our spawn platform here. We have been working on this tunnel going back over to our wither killer room, and then also eventually I'm going to be working on pulling all of this out that way. And it is dark over there, so they're spawning. It's no longer bottom slab, so I've been lighting everything up with the prismarine lanterns. But yeah, we ran out of some of the blocks that we were using, the purple and different stuff like that. So that's another future project. And let's see, do we make it through? Yeah. Okay, so this is what I've got. Spent a couple of hours last night trying to fix this all up, and these trees haven't grown yet. I wonder why. I need these guys to grow. I was running low on the acacia wood. I actually used quite a bit of acacia wood in this build, which I was surprised with. So we got the little bridge coming across the top up there. We've got this building over here, which neither of these buildings have anything on the inside yet. I don't know exactly what we're gonna do. I said that I wanted to build like an inn or something, but it doesn't really make sense with this build. There's just not really enough room. So I don't know what we're gonna do. We'll see. But yeah, so anyways, we got this set up over here. I think the bridge is my favorite part, honestly. And then I've got this little staircase coming up the back here. Of course, the walls and everything like that aren't finished yet, and some of these windows on this side. Used quite a bit of iron to get these iron bars, which I think are okay. And then over on this side, we've got like a nice little balcony I added, so we can kind of see the bridge down below, the iron farm over there, that farm up there, which is cool. But yeah, I think it came out all right. We don't have a staircase on this side, and I don't know if we're gonna put one. If we do put a staircase, I'm thinking about putting it on this back wall here so it comes up from the outside to in. But we can just keep the bottom building like separate from the top side, if that makes any kind of sense. I don't really know if it does, but I think it's just gonna work out a little bit better if we do it that way. So it should be pretty cool when it's all said and done. There's still some tweaking that I would like to do, trying to figure out about these stairs and stuff like that to figure out a better way of doing it. And there is quite a bit of cobble in these builds, which is not bad. It's just kind of clustered in some spots, like all that. I'd like to switch that out maybe. I don't know, just try to do some different stuff. But I think all in all, it came out really, really nice. And the thing I really like about it is it kind of really fills out this space here. So before, when we were running around this corner, there wasn't anything going on there. We just had a couple of trees, and then this way was completely unfinished. But now we've actually got something to look at, and something that kind of fills that void with all this space over here, which I think is cool. So definitely it wasn't what I had in mind when I started building this, but I really like the way it turned out. So we got a bunch of like glowstone lanterns. This might be a little much here on the back side, but if we put in that staircase, I'll probably take these two out here. And then on this side, I've got a couple more of these glowstone lanterns just kind of hanging on this side. That's probably a little much there as well, but hey, I was trying to light the place up, so what can you do? But all in all, I think it came out pretty cool. I like it. So I'm gonna go drop off all these ender pearls and some of this other stuff. Maybe we'll come back and do some enchanting, see if we can get that axe, and then we'll start on the decorating. All right, so I got all our blocks and the stuff I think we're gonna be using in there. Oh, that was a hard landing. Let's see what we can get on an axe real quick. Mending, please. Efficiency 4. It's not bad. Do I have any lapis over here? Okay, we got a little bit of lapis in there. That'll work. So give me that. Let's hope for something good. Efficiency 4, unbreaking 3. That's not terrible. But I would like to have mending on it. And I don't know how. I think all the mending and stuff that I have or have had has been thanks to books that we've gotten from the fish farm over here. So I don't know how difficult it is to actually enchant with mending, like getting mending right off the enchant. So not real sure. How much iron have we gathered so far? I AFK'd overnight. That's actually pretty good. Because I used a lot of it to make those iron bars, so I set myself up, which I got to thinking, I think that this is in spawn chunks. Because I set our spawn, when we moved over here, I set my spawn point to be on this island over here, and I think that's within spawn chunks. So this guy runs like constantly, no matter where we are in the world. And it seems like that's actually the case, because I AFK'd up there last night because I needed a bunch of bones to make bone meal so I can make bone blocks to finish this build off this morning. And I guess that's as much iron as we have right now, so that's pretty awesome. It's actually working pretty decently. I was kind of afraid with this. I got to thinking, I was like, maybe we should put some more layers on this. And I don't know, maybe if you guys can tell me, maybe that'll speed the whole process up. We can get some more iron golems like that, but I'm afraid we may have to put more villagers up there. So we have 10 in that little pocket right there, but if we can get more out of this farm, like more iron, then maybe we can put more villagers on the other side and build it up a little bit more or something like that. I'm not sure how it works. It's been a while since we built that and I don't remember all the details, but Yeah, that might be something to think about later on in the future. And we are getting some bad frames here, and I think it's because I got this set up to... I normally play on 8 chunks for the view distance, and when I bump it up to 16 like that, the mob farms, for whatever reason, the mob farms run much better. So, not real sure what the case is, but I forgot to turn it back down before I started recording. Oh, excuse me. So, I think we're just about all set with our project blocks. I forgot to put in the path here, and I think I'm going to connect the path up here to here instead of coming up down here. So instead of having like 3 different staircases all going up right here, we'll probably split it up so we have just one coming this way, which I think it'll look a little bit better. Let's pop that guy down. We will grab some leaves and just different things I think that we might use. I brought this. I don't know if we're going to do anything with it, and I want to try to remember how to do the pattern. Oh, my tools are all switched around. It's weirding me out. What is going on? There we go. So, no. So we place this one here. How do we get it to go there? I don't use these terracotta blocks enough to know what's going on here. No. No. There we go. So I don't know, that might be useful for something. No, I don't know. I don't know. I just brought them because I thought maybe we could try to use them for something, but I don't really think we can. So what I'm thinking with the leaves is I got some jungle leaves, so I want something kind of a little bit more contrasting around the bottom of this tree once we actually build it. So this tree is not going to be made out of jungle leaves and stuff like that, but I just kind of wanted something to build this area up here, which I think that actually will look okay. And I switched this out with brown glass just to kind of hide it a little bit better. So I'll put a couple of these around here, the bottom. That should be all right. Yeah. I definitely want some leaves hanging from the bottom of this. I think that'll be cool. Yeah. Just kind of fill in some of these gaps here. I think that looks okay. And then over here, maybe we want some up. Can I not get, there we go. Thank you. Maybe some right here, just kind of come down this hillside. Fill some of this area out some. Yeah, that's not terrible. And I think this is the last of my jungle leaves right here. So I'm gonna have to do some farming on different leaf types. So we get some of this back up the stock. Do those. Like that. Don't let me forget that chest. Just so we don't leave it there. But I think that's actually... that's not bad. Not bad at all. So I guess really what I'm going to do is I got a couple of different blocks here. We got the ferns, which I didn't bring any bone meal, but I want to grow those into the 2 tall ferns. And we've got some of these flowers, which I think would look nice, kind of planted up around this area. We've already got a bunch of flowers here from this switching into the flower forest biome. So I thought it would be kind of cool to do these guys here. We may switch. Let's switch this out with podzol. Let's see what that looks like. I think that might look okay. I was using the cobble as kind of like a foundation block, but can't grow anything on the cobbles. If we switch this out with podzol, then we can put some of this stuff on here. And I want some different flowers too. I don't want all of these lilacs, but yeah, I don't know. It's not too bad. I just don't want it to be like super busy. Like I want it to be kind of bright and have like a bunch of colors and stuff to it, like leaves hanging down a little bit and kind of maybe over the top or something. But I don't want it to be too crazy busy, but we'll see what happens. So I'm gonna spend a little bit of time, work on this a little, and then we'll come back and see what it looks like. We are kind of running close to time today, so maybe I'll try to wrap this up off camera real quick. Oh yeah, that looks cool, man, because you can kind of even see the top of it from over there. I like it. All right, so this is what I got with the leaves. Maybe went a little overboard. I'm just gonna kind of look at it for a while and see, but I really like the way it looks like right now. The contrasting colors I think are really, really good. We got kind of like the darker green, the lighter green. This color works really well with these. I think it looks awesome. So I'm gonna try some of these peonies just to see what they look like. Out of all the too tall flowers, this is my least favorite, but it might work okay with this build. So I want to grow a couple of these real quick while I'm here, just so I have them in stock if I ever need them again. That should be good. But I think for the most part it looks nice. We'll go ahead and grow that guy there. Let's grab these ferns. So I want to put a couple of these around the area. Grow that one there. I still got to put in the path here, so I don't want to block that off too much. And we'll go ahead and grab our bed since we're not going to need that. I'm going to have to work on the lighting as well, but I think that'll be okay for now. So it's kind of cool. It's like a little garden inn. Or at least what I think of as like a garden inn type thing. So let's go that one there. Let's put one down here as well. No, that's a little too close to the road. Put that there. That'll work. And then I've also got, I need to go farm some of these things. I do not have enough of these. I love these flowers. This is like my favorite flower out of all of them in the game. Just the light blue color is awesome. So put those there. And you know what? Something I didn't even think of. Let's go ahead and chop down. We'll snag some wood from this spruce here, because that needs to be chopped down anyway. Hey. Let's make some trapdoors. I want to make some planters, like planter boxes. We got the podzol. I think this will actually look pretty neat. So that should be okay for now. We'll go ahead and craft all of this into wood. Come down here. Let's make a bunch of trapdoors. So this is gonna look even better with the new update because we'll have spruce trapdoors, and that's gonna look sweet when it's all said and done. Let's actually switch this out here. We'll put a planter here. Actually, you know what? Let's switch this out here. Instead of having it down one block, we'll have it like right there in front of the window, which I think makes a little bit more sense. Let's put that there, those there, and then blue orchid, and then maybe a fern. Yeah, that looks cool. Then maybe we can do the same thing over here. We'll pull these out since we've already got some of the other ones over there. Grab our podzol. Do I have any normal dirt? I don't. I do have cobble though. I can put that back. Normal dirt. Like so, and then we can put our podzol down. And then our trapdoors. And on these ones we can have, let's put a peony there. And we'll put a lilac in the other window. Like that, and then we'll have orchid. Then we can put this oxeye daisy here. Not that you'll ever see the podzol, but I think it just kind of adds a little bit of something there, which I think looks cool. So, I think with that being done, that is about it for this episode. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. We ran out of time. I wanted to go take a look at something else, but we'll save that for next time. But hopefully you guys enjoyed. I think this turned out really great, guys. This looks amazing. Definitely a big build. We still got to work on the inside at some point, but that'll be a whole nother project. But anyways, thank you guys so much for coming and hanging out with me today. I really do appreciate it. Hit that like button for me down below. Subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you guys in the next video. All right, thanks for watching. Peace.
out.